Remind me never to have a moment of self-reflection around you.
I'm not using this as ammunition. I'm using it as motivation. So, figure out a way to set up the trust and do it quickly because we're running out of time.
Hey, do you have a minute?
Did you set up that trust?
No.
In that case, we don't.
I did something better.
We're listening.
One of the biggest red flags at the SCC is a stock purchase with money kept in trust for clients.
We've gone over this.
Let him finish.
On the other hand, there's nothing unusual about a retainer.
A retainer?
From what I gather, this takeover is a massive undertaking, right? Now, I don't know how you've structured Logan's payments, but I think it's time he paid his firm a hefty fee up front and something on the order of $20 million.
And we used $20 million of our own money to buy that stock.
There's nothing that prohibits us from investing as a firm.
And when the bulk of our legal work is done, turns out he has money coming back.
We may just end up giving him the shares instead of his unused retainer.
Which we cannot plan or even discuss with Logan Sanders in advance.
And that makes it legal?
No. It makes it questionable. Because they still might figure out what we did and make a case.
We?
You tell me, Harvey. Am I on the team now?
Sounds like you're being a little bit of a dickhead about this whole thing, so I'd say yes.
I want you to go back over your work with a fine-tooth comb and make sure it's airtight.
Jessica, you're the one who asked me to buy that stock, and I made it questionable, like you asked. But if Sean Cahill comes at us for attempting to park it, that is on you, not my work.
Jeff, just go back over everything, like I said.
There's nothing to go back over. We're as protected as we can be.
Hey, maybe you didn't hear me. Every partner at this firm goes over their work if I say so.
And you know what, Jessica? I'm not every goddamn partner. So either you trust me or you don't.
Sure, I can do it.
You seem upset.
No, I'm not upset. Why would I be upset, Jessica? You take me to an amazing restaurant and you give me some bullshit story about a stock purchase with a fabricated company when it's clear as day this is Gillis Industries.
Lewis.
The very same stock purchase that you went to Malone to structure, and now you want me to double-check his work because you don't trust him?
No, the question is, can I trust you?
What?
This lunch isn't about him. It's about you.
You knew I'd figure this out.
Just like I know you'll figure out whether or not we have exposure. Now, the question is, can you do it without telling Jeff Malone?
I can. And I will.
Lewis, I don't usually get summoned to people. They get summoned to me.
But you wanted discretion, and your office is within earshot of Jeff Malone.
And you don't want him to hear what you're about to tell me.
So, first off, I went through this backwards and forwards, and Jeff did a better job than 99% of all attorneys. Fortunately for you, I'm the one.
You found a mistake.
I found a blessing in disguise.
What are you talking about?
Jessica, we're not vulnerable to allegations of parking because we never bought those shares.
We can't sell them back.
I'm not talking about selling them back. This mistake makes the entire sale invalid.
And we don't have exposure because the sale never happened.
Just give me the word and I'll David blame this whole thing away.
Lewis, this is great work.
Lewis, I don't care about the pecking order, and all I found out is that you fixed this thing for Harvey, and I am here to thank you.
I'm not talking about Harvey, and you know it.
No, Lewis.
Don't play dumb with me. I'm talking about Jessica Pearson, the woman whose ass you've really been kissing, the very same woman who came to me and asked me to check your work. Yeah. Uh-huh. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some Lipizaner stallions to look at.
You had Lewis Litt check my work?
I was wondering when we might get into this.
Well, the wondering is over because it's now. And if you were going to do something like that, you should have discussed it with me first before going behind my back.
I did discuss it with you, and you stood right there and said your work was perfect and I should trust you.
You see, that's the problem right there. You don't trust me. And now you're just rubbing my mistake in my face.
If the goal was to rub it in your face, I would have done that already and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
In that case, maybe we should keep our conversations on a professional level for a while.
You're the one who wanted to do both.
And maybe I was wrong.
I never said I didn't trust you. I said I didn't trust your work on Wexler.
That's the difference between us, Jessica. You see, when I say trust me, I mean trust the man who works for you and the man that's with you.
Okay. Before I give you what you're asking.
Jessica, you said I could have whatever I want. You're not going to talk me out of this.
I'm not trying to talk you out of anything. I just want to say that the fact that named partner isn't happening now doesn't mean it never will. And I'd hate to see you throw in the towel because you've lost faith.
Well, the only thing I'm throwing is my hat in the ring for Sheila's heart.
I don't understand.
I love her. And I miss her. And I want to try to win her back, and I need these things to make that happen.
Then you have them. May I?
Since when do you need permission?
To come in, I don't.
No, you don't.
And I'll come back when you're in a more receptive mood.
What exactly am I being receptive to?
You are not just any partner in this firm. You are the man I am involved with, and I need to take that into consideration from now on.
You sound like you're saying that as damage control.
I'm saying it because I mean it.
Then why does it still sound like you're talking to your employee?
Because it's hard for me to say that I don't want to lose you over some stupid work bullshit.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
So you just wanted to make it hard for me.
I just wanted to hear you say it. It being hard for you is on you.
So we're good.
Oh, yeah. We're good.
All right.
Jessica, one more thing. If you don't want to lose me over some stupid work bullshit, then please don't do stupid work bullshit.
You're fired.
Jessica, I really don't feel comfortable participating in blackmail without knowing why.
It's not blackmail. It's evidence. And I'll tell you why. Because malicious prosecution is easier to prove when there's a track record.
Yeah, there's only one problem with that. You see, just yesterday, we agreed to hand over our files because we had nothing to hide. And now you want me to go after the SEC, which means we do.
Jeff.
Jessica, hide it from them all you want, okay? But we talked about this, and you said that I shouldn't be treated like any other partner. So don't come in here hiding it from me.
You want a straight answer? Well, I'll give you a straight answer. Harvey did not collude with Mike Ross. But Sean Cahill doesn't give a shit about that. So I need you to do whatever you have to and get me something on these guys.
Well, as long as we're connecting dots, I can connect a few too. Let's start with Jeff Malone, a man who used to work at the SEC, now conveniently works at Pearson Specter.
It's not against the law to change jobs.
Yes, but why did he change jobs?
Because he was instructed to come after us on behalf of the SEC.
So he says. I think it's because he wanted to work with his girlfriend, Jessica Pearson.
Excuse me?
Miss Pearson hired Mr. Malone because if you're planning to break some rules, you need someone to navigate them for you. Who better to do that than your boyfriend who works at the SEC?
That's ridiculous.
Do you have any proof of this allegation?
Right here. I can call you up to the stand, or we can do this right now. Were you seeing Jeff Malone during the time that he worked for the SEC? Please let the record reflect Miss Pearson said yes.
Son of a bitch.
Why didn't you tell me
Tell you what,
about Lewis making a dirty deal with Forsman?
he told you.
He thought I already knew. He found out we were together, and unlike you, he assumed that people in relationships share shit like that.
Goddamn ticking time bomb.
Do you hear yourself? I'm coming to you with a problem between you and me. And you're focused on Lewis.
I'm focused on Lewis because right now his actions threaten this entire firm.
Which brings me right back to where we started. Why didn't you tell me about Lewis when I asked you what the dirt on Woodall was for?
I didn't tell you because I didn't want you in the position of having to lie for me in a deposition. Is that focused on you and me enough?
Jessica, When are you gonna understand that I can handle crossing lines? But I won't handle you lying to me.